Giants of Enoch, myth or reality? Throughout the pages of history and ancient mythology, we find mention of gigantic creatures that had a tremendous impact on humans. Stories whispered around campfires, etched onto ancient tablets, and passed down through generations. Tales of beings of impossible size and strength, often portrayed as both awe-inspiring and terrifying. Among the most mysterious periods in this context are the days of the Prophet Enoch, where some ancient texts speak of the existence of terrifying giants that spread terror in the hearts of humans. These aren't just fairy tales told to frighten children. These stories are woven into the fabric of some of the oldest known religious and historical texts. These giants were not just legends, but were mentioned in religious and historical texts such as the Book of Enoch, which narrates how they spread across the earth and spread corruption and destruction. This book, considered apocryphal by some and a source of deep wisdom by others, speaks of a time when beings of unimaginable power walked the earth. But were they real? And if so, what was their fate? The Book of Enoch paints a vivid picture of a time long ago, a time when the world was a very different place. It speaks of beings called the Watchers, angels sent from the heavens to watch over humanity. But these celestial beings, overcome by their own desires, betrayed their divine purpose. They descended to earth, drawn by the allure of mortal women. Their union, a transgression of cosmic law, gave rise to a race of giants known as the Nephilim. These were not beings of gentle nature. The Nephilim were said to possess a terrifying strength and an insatiable hunger, a hunger that could not be satiated by ordinary means. Imagine a world terrorized by creatures of unimaginable size and strength. The very ground trembling beneath their feet, their voices like thunder echoing through the valleys. These giants, fueled by a primal rage, spread chaos and destruction wherever they roamed. The earth, once a paradise, groaned under the weight of their wickedness. They consumed the fruits of human labor, leaving behind nothing but devastation. Their hearts, devoid of compassion, delighted in the suffering of mankind. The ancient texts describe their appetites as insatiable, their thirst for blood and mayhem unquenchable. They became a plague upon the earth, a corruption so profound that it threatened to unravel the very fabric of creation. This was not the world that humanity's creator had intended. This was a world spiraling into chaos, consumed by the darkness that the Nephilim had unleashed. The cries of the innocent rose to the heavens, a desperate plea for deliverance from the tyranny of these monstrous beings. The earth, once a garden, had become a battleground, and so it was that a decision was made, a decision to cleanse the world of this corruption. The flood, a cataclysmic event described in numerous ancient texts, was not merely a natural disaster. It was a deliberate act, a purging fire meant to wipe the slate clean. The waters rose, swallowing the earth, drowning the wickedness that had taken root. The Nephilim, those monstrous offspring of fallen angels, were swept away, their reign of terror brought to an abrupt and devastating end. But whispers remained, whispers of giants who had once walked the earth. Stories passed down through generations, a cautionary tale of what happens when celestial beings meddle in the affairs of humankind. The Nephilim, those sons of the fallen, serve as a stark reminder of the fragility of our existence, of the ever-present potential for darkness to consume even the brightest of lights. Their story, etched in the annals of ancient texts, is a chilling testament to the power of temptation, the consequences of transgression, and the enduring battle between good and evil that has raged since the dawn of time. The flood, a cataclysmic event that reshaped the world, washed away the wickedness of the Nephilim. But did it truly erase all traces of the giants from the earth? The ancient texts suggest otherwise. Even after the deluge, whispers of giants persisted, tales of immense beings haunting the fringes of human civilization. Among these whispers, the name Rephaim emerges, a name that sends shivers down the spines of those who dare to utter it. Were these Rephaim simply a new breed of giant, spawned from the ashes of the old world? Or were they, as some believe, remnants of the Nephilim, survivors of the great flood that had decimated their kind? The Old Testament, a tapestry of history, law, and prophecy, offers tantalizing glimpses into the world of the Rephaim. We encounter them in the land of Canaan, a land promised to the Israelites, yet inhabited by formidable foes. These were not the scattered, disorganized remnants one might expect from a decimated race. The Rephaim, led by kings of immense size and strength, posed a significant threat to the Israelites, a people yearning for a homeland after generations of wandering. Among the Rephaim, one name resonates with particular dread: Og, king of Bashan. Picture a towering figure, a giant among giants, his very presence radiating an aura of power and menace. Og's kingdom, Bashan, was said to be a land of giants, a final bastion of their dwindling race. His bed, a testament to his colossal size, was said to be 9 cubits long and 4 cubits wide, a bed fit for a king of extraordinary stature. The Israelites, guided by divine providence, faced Og and his armies in a battle that echoed through the ages. The very earth trembled as these titans clashed, their weapons flashing like lightning under a stormy sky. The fate of Og, like that of his ancestors, serves as a stark reminder of the transient nature of power. Despite his immense size and strength, despite the fear he instilled in the hearts of men, Og fell before the Israelites. His kingdom, Bashan, once a stronghold of giants, became absorbed into the growing dominion of the Israelites. The Rephaim, those remnants of a bygone era, were gradually pushed to the fringes of human memory. But their story, like the echoes of their mighty footsteps, continues to resonate through time. They serve as a reminder of the cyclical nature of history, of the rise and fall of even the mightiest empires, and of the enduring power of faith in the face of overwhelming odds. The Rephaim, though gone, are not forgotten. Their legacy, etched in stone and whispered in hushed tones, reminds us that even in a world reshaped by divine intervention, the shadows of the past can linger, challenging our understanding of the world and our place within it. Chapter 3. The Nephilim, Savage Warriors. The world after the flood was a world reborn, a world where humanity was given a second chance. But even in this new world, the spectre of the giants continued to haunt the fringes of human consciousness. Whispers persisted, tales of monstrous warriors, their strength unmatched, their thirst for battle unquenchable. These were not the Rephaim, the remnants of a bygone era. These were something different, something altogether more savage and terrifying. These were the Nephilim, a new generation of giants, their lineage shrouded in mystery. Were they descendants of the original Nephilim, somehow surviving the deluge that had drowned their kin? Or were they a new breed altogether, spawned from some other unholy union? Ancient texts offer few answers, their accounts fragmented and often contradictory, but one thing is clear: these Nephilim were not content to dwell in the shadows. They were warriors, their very essence intertwined with conflict and bloodshed. Imagine armies of towering figures, their eyes burning with a primal fury, their weapons forged in the fires of some infernal forge. They swept across the land, leaving a trail of devastation in their wake. Unlike the Rephaim, who had carved out kingdoms and established a semblance of order, these Nephilim seemed driven by a more primal instinct, a lust for battle that knew no bounds. They were the personification of chaos and destruction, their names whispered in hushed tones by terrified villagers. Their raids were the stuff of nightmares, sudden and brutal, leaving behind nothing but smoldering ruins and the stench of death. These Nephilim were not simply large humans, they possessed an uncanny strength, a resilience that defied explanation. Weapons that would fell a dozen men seemed to bounce harmlessly off their thick hides. Their attacks were often described as being imbued with a supernatural fury, their blows capable of shattering stone and splitting trees in two. They fought with the ferocity of cornered animals, their rage amplified by their immense size and strength. The very earth seemed to tremble beneath their feet as they charged into battle, their roars echoing across the land like thunder. They were a force of nature unleashed, a terrifying reminder of the fragility of human civilization in the face of primal power. But even in the face of such terror, humanity endured. Stories abound of brave warriors, cunning strategists, and even ordinary people rising up to challenge the might of the Nephilim. These tales, passed down through generations, are a testament to the indomitable spirit of humankind, our ability to find courage in the face of overwhelming odds, to use our wits and our will to overcome even the most formidable of foes. The Nephilim, those savage warriors, may have haunted the nightmares of ancient peoples, but they also served as a catalyst, for acts of extraordinary bravery and resilience. Their story, though terrifying, is ultimately a testament to the enduring strength of the human spirit. Were these giants just myths, or did they actually live in ancient times? Were they beings of flesh and blood, or merely figments of our ancestors' imaginations born from a primal fear of the unknown? The question remains open, a tantalizing mystery that continues to fascinate and intrigue us. We search for answers in ancient texts, in archaeological digs, in the very fabric of our collective memory. But whether they are real or just myths, the stories of the giants in the days of Enoch remain some of the most mysterious and terrifying tales in human history. They serve as a reminder of the enduring power of belief, of our fascination with the unknown, and of the enduring legacy of the giants that continue to walk the corridors of our imaginations.